Benjamin, 你好.
你好, Itzig. Shalom.
Shalom. So I would like to ask you some questions about the Tרומה that you arranged from China to Israel. Can you tell us about all the stories?
Yeah, actually, I launched this donation raising about 18 days ago. It was March 27, I think, 26 or 27. Actually, one day before that, I was talking with a friend from Israel. His name is Israel Ashkenazi, and I asked him, the situation in Israel is getting worse and worse. Maybe the Israeli hospitals are running out of the medical equipment. Is there anything I can do? Immediately, he told me that, don't try to get involved. Why? Because, he said he just talked with several friends from the health ministry, and one of them told them, don't try to get involved because it's very, very complicated. I said, yeah, I understand. But it's just the donation. So at that time, I didn't try. So I think maybe he's right. I don't want to make any, complicated story for myself. But after one day, I saw the confirmed cases of the virus in Israel was about 2,000. So I started to worry about that. Maybe, hospitals definitely need more equipments.
Yes.
And I understand they are not fully ready. So against my friend's advice, I decided to launch this fundraising operation, which I called Operation Shalom, מבצע Shalom, because I think we have lots of Chinese friends of Israel, and people like to help Israeli people in this special moment.
Can you please tell us how many Chinese friends are involved? How many people donated?
Until now, we have about, let's say, at least 500 donors put the donation. Wow. Most of them, donated through our platform and with cash, but also many of them donated the equipments directly. Okay. So they bought lots of masks and protection suits. During this operation, we got lots of support from the Shanghai consulate. And from the beginning, I told them, we have lots of friends who wants to donate to Israel, and we're getting more and more donation now. We need you to find a solution to bring the equipments to Israel. So I post article on Israel Plan, the non-profit media organization I founded 7 years ago. So in this platform, lots of people, they are really friends of Israel. So they'd like to donate and make donation to Israel as soon as possible.
How much money you raised?
Actually, after I posted this initiative, in the first day we got about 1 million RMB donation.
Wow.
In the first day. Every day we have new donors. We have new donations, at least 6 million RMB, which is about 3 million shekel equivalent of equipments, including cash, through our platform.
You donated all the money, or that you, with the money with the donation, you bought all the equipment and you send the equipment with the consulate in Shanghai?
Exactly. We got a little bit more than 2 million cash donation. And this donation, we converted to equipments. We find the most reliable suppliers. They also support Israel, and also they give us very good price. So basically we use this money to buy equipments at a little bit lower price than the market price. And then we will put all the equipments together with other equipments, donors, products together in the Shanghai consulate office.
So can you tell me how many masks, how many suits, how many, give me the numbers, please.
In total, the masks, at least 800,000, maybe 1 million masks in total. We already shipped about 100,000 to Israel, from Beijing last week. Still, we have more in the Shanghai consulate and more on the way to the consulate. It's about 1 million masks and at least 100,000 protection suits, and other equipments like temperature meters.
So all these kind of equipment, where are they going? They are going to the hospitals in Israel. They are going to where?
Yeah, so because many donors know exactly which organizations, which hospitals need. We have many hospitals like Sheba, Yehilov, and Shamir Medical Center, Hadassah, Rambam, and even Hasut Ashdod. So those hospitals, they are serving lots of patients, some of them, and some of them in the critical situation. Basically, we want to support all the hospitals, all the major hospitals in Israel. We have more, sometimes we don't even put, because maybe we let the health ministry to decide which hospitals they need to send to. So also Magan David Adom is the major the donation receiver. We have friends from Hangzhou donate thousands of protection suits for them. Because when we see the picture on the media of the Magan David Adom, basically they're not covered like a Chinese the medical professionals.
Another question about the donations. You took a week to send something like 100,000 masks from China to Israel, and with all the other, you imagine how much time you need to send them all from China to Israel.
Actually, it's a little bit delayed. I would say it's delayed for about 10 days in Shanghai. Still, we face some difficulties. In the beginning, we have issue with the custom in Shanghai, in China, but also in Israel, we also have the cargo plane schedule issue.
It's from
that's
El
also
Al?
the major. Yeah. So basically, we used El Al, and maybe Israel government is coordinating with other airlines as well. But from Shanghai, I think it will be many El Al. From Beijing also, the majority of the donation are still in Shanghai. So we are waiting for the scheduled cargo plane to take it. I think it's the volume is about one airplane.
It's very like we say in Hebrew, meragesh, and I would like to, by myself, thank you. And some other questions.
Thank you,
please.
thank you. Also, you are also a great supporter of Israel, and you also donated to Israel. I saw our friend Ariel, he sent the picture.
Yeah, but thank you very, very much
That's
for
also-
for all the Operation Shalom that you called.
I would say in China, we have lots of people that are really, really generous, and that they're really supportive to Israel, and they want to help Israeli people, the hospitals. Some of them are Christians, some of them are non-believers that have no religion, and some of them are just business people. They know a little bit about Israel, and they've been to Israel. They traveled there. They think the Israeli people were friendly. They love the culture. So they want to support Israel.
Why the Chinese people love Israel?
Actually, most of them are Christians. They believe in God, and also they think that Israel is a holy land, and they would like to support Israel. And they do it out of love. Actually, I become interested in this country not so long ago, just 8 years ago. Before 8 years ago, before 2012, before 2011, I didn't know much about Israel, and I didn't like Israel. I heard lots of news about Israel, always negative, not only from China, but also from other countries, like BBC, CNN. All the media talk about Israel in the negative way. But when I know more about this country, when I became a Christian, I'm a Christian, so I found Israel is a different place than what I learned before. I spent lots of time to study about this country. And I started to work with Israelis and work with Israeli companies. And my business was focused on Israel. And then I decided to focus my whole life on Israel. That's why I found Israel is a special place, and I would like to keep this long-term relationship and to support Israel. Of course, it will be also beneficial for China, because also I love my own country. So I would like to strengthen this relationship between China and Israel. It benefits the two people.
How do you think, what the Chinese people can study from Israeli people?
I think the Israeli people has lots of differences than Chinese. First of all, they are very innovative. This innovative thinking is not exclusive patent of Israel, of the Jewish people, but everybody basically, all the people can learn, can be like that. We just need to think differently. We just need to have a different view. We need to be more inclusive. And also the Israeli people are more directly than Chinese people. Maybe sometimes we are not so direct, so it can affect the efficiency.
Yes.
Especially during the work. But maybe we can learn from each other. Also, Israeli people can have lots of things to learn from China as well.
Now, because we under this situation that we need to deal a lot with the coronavirus, it's already like in all over the world. Okay, some Israeli people, they told me that Itzig, that you Chinese, you are like lying. You are lying all the time with the numbers, with all the things, and now you donate. How can you answer them?
I heard also lots of these kind of comments from Israel. It's understandable. Some people, they're concerned about the numbers of Chinese government published because in the beginning we made some mistakes. The government made some mistakes. It hurts reputation. It hurts reputation of the Chinese government. But this doesn't mean all the number, all the data are not believable. I would say Chinese government at this moment, they cannot, lie too much about the situation, and they cannot make up the numbers to cover up anything. We are living in an internet world, and if people, have all kinds of social media platform, how can the government lie about this? I don't think these numbers are not correct, and especially in Shanghai. We have until now, we have only 600, a little bit more, 600 or between 600 to 700 cases. And half of them are from abroad. But still, the government put lots of countermeasures, like everybody wearing masks. So I heard lots of, I would say it's a false complaints or claims that China is trying to cover up the numbers in China. I think it doesn't make sense. They can also talk with the friends in China, right? They can talk to the Israeli friends in China. The Israeli ambassador, Zvi Hafetz, was interviewed by the Jerusalem Post last month. And he said that, he's living in Beijing and he have been outside and he can experience by himself how China is handling this situation and also the numbers.
Yes, and some say that we Chinese people, our government, we spread this virus to control the world.
This is absolute nonsense, because if there is an inventor of this virus, this inventor wouldn't put the virus in their own country. And also, if he knows about the virus, eventually this virus will come back to themselves, right? So I don't think anybody invented this virus. So it's a natural virus for the whole human being. It's not only for one country or one nation or one race. In the beginning, people say, this virus is only targeting the Asian people. But eventually we can see now the virus is everywhere, even Africa, India. So it's the enemy of the whole human being. It's not just for any country. By saying Chinese government is spreading this virus to control the world, this is not only ignorant, but also immoral.
Another question that asking me about, and I want to use this question to ask you, do you eat bats?
No, never. At the beginning, some people asking me not only Israelis, but also the other foreigners, asking me, oh, you Chinese people eat lots of bats and eat lots of, dogs. I would tell you, I never eat dogs and bats and those disgusting food. And I didn't eat any abnormal food. I even don't eat pork. You cannot say the Chinese people eat all this kind of food. Only small minority people in some places, they have some traditional habits to eat it. But now, as it's enacted as a law, it's fully forbidden to eat these kind of animals.
Thanks again for your donation and for your organization. And I think you one of the people that make the bridge between China and Israel. So thank you very much.
You too. Thank you.